As the petrification beam closed in, Senku pushed his mind into overdrive. He then threw a bottle of revival fluid up into the air. Watching his body slowly turn to stone, he still felt a trace of fear, even though every calculation had been precise. At that moment, the revival fluid came down and struck him perfectly. The parts of Senku's body that had just begun to petrify were instantly reversed by the liquid. Once the petrification light faded, Senku's body fully returned to normal. He caught his breath, stood up, and looked over at his companions now frozen as stone statues. Just moments earlier, Prime Minister Ibara had followed a trail of footprints and found Senku's experimental vehicle. Senku attempted a risky move, using a phone call to suddenly issue a command to the petrification device. Ibara heard it, immediately dropped to the ground, and threw away the petrification weapon. But nothing happened. The device didn't respond at all. Senku quickly concluded that commands likely needed to be given at close range. Standing above Ibara, Senku openly taunted him. Ibara was stunned. The entire island had been swallowed by the petrification light. So how had Senku survived? Earlier, during the pursuit of Yukio, Chrome had come up with an idea. Everyone would keep equal spacing between each other, using the light itself as a timing reference, so Senku could precisely calculate the moment the beam would reach him. Ryujui suggested using the length of a single experimental vehicle as a reference unit for maintaining distance. Then Chrome had everyone stretch their arms toward the light. The moment their fingertips turned to stone, they would signal it with their other hand. As those signals accumulated, Senku was able to calculate the speed of the petrification beam and predict the exact moment it would reach him. In the end, Senku reached a conclusion. He had to throw the revival fluid 3 meters into the air, exactly 4 seconds after the petrification hit. Timing it precisely, Senku threw the bottle upward. Petrification began spreading from his fingertips. When the revival fluid fell back down, it struck his fingers perfectly. The newly petrified parts were instantly restored. Once the beam disappeared, Senku fully recovered from petrification. He then removed his shoes and deliberately left footprints as a trap. However, the phone's voice command system could not transmit instructions to the petrification device. Ibara quickly picked it up again. Senku jumped onto a rope connected to the experimental vehicle's ignition system, causing the vehicle to charge straight toward Ibara. Senku rushed toward the machine and grabbed the petrification device, but realized Ibara was nowhere to be seen. Just as he attempted to issue another command, a claw pierced Senku's arm. He was kicked to the ground, and the petrification device once again returned to Ibara's hands.